Hello, friends. If you've noticed that your memory is failing, your thoughts are confused, and names slip your mind, don't rush to blame it on age, because this is not the end but an invitation. An invitation to take care of yourself, listen to your body, and give your brain what it has been lacking for a long time. Today, I'm going to tell you about 3 simple foods that help restore memory cells. No fairy tales, no sensational claims, just real things that are available to everyone. You'll learn how food, exercise, and a little bit of attention can revitalize you from the inside out. And restore not only your mental clarity, but also your self-confidence. Make yourself comfortable, turn off the noise, and just listen. Your brain will appreciate it, and you will feel the difference. Have you ever found yourself walking into the kitchen and not being able to remember why? Or remembering a familiar face, but the name seems to be hidden behind a curtain? It feels like someone has pressed pause in your head. Many of us are familiar with this feeling, and most of the time we just shrug it off. Well, it's age, what can you do? But that's a mistake. Memory is not an old photo album with pages falling out. It is a living tree. And if it lacks water, sun, or nourishment, its leaves turn yellow. But if you give it what it needs, it comes back to life. Slowly, little by little, but it comes back to life. There is no magic in this. There is science. There is self-love. And there are results that inspire. Our brain is an amazing organ. It doesn't rust. It rebuilds, learns, and reconnects. Even after serious injuries, scientists have observed how other parts of the brain take over the functions of the damaged ones. This means that memory can be restored. Not all of it, not right away, but it is possible. It is important to understand that forgetfulness is not the end, but a signal that the brain is missing something. Just as dry land cracks without rain, our thinking suffers without the necessary substances, movement, and sleep. All of this can be restored, gently, safely, with your own hands, without pills or stress. That is what today's meeting will be about. We won't be talking about miracles, but about real products. Simple, affordable, delicious. The kind that kickstart your brain as if you've removed a rusty chain from your bike, lubricated it, and it's running smoothly again. You'll learn which 3 products give your memory cells strength, why they don't work immediately but they work reliably, and how to incorporate them into your life without changing everything at once. You don't need to become a nutritionist or an athlete, you just need to become a little more friendly with your own body. It is wise, it will respond. But first, I want you to remember one thing: your age is not a barrier, it's like an old library. It's no worse than a new one. You just need to dust it off, open the windows, and the lights will come back on. When it comes to memory, most people think you need to train your brain, do crossword puzzles, read books, and that's really useful. But you know what it all starts with? Food. What we put in our mouths isn't just calories. It's the building blocks of brain cells. It's the fuel that powers our thoughts, memories, names, dates, faces, and words. If you feed your brain right, it wakes up. If you don't, it gets lazy, confused, and tired. Imagine your brain is a complex musical instrument. Even the most expensive grand piano won't play if it's not tuned, if the strings are rusty and the keys are dusty. It's the same here. You need to give it something that cleans, refreshes, and revitalizes it. And that's where the first hero comes in, a product that clears the snow from the paths in your mind. It's a simple, familiar berry, yes? Those little purple balls that grow in the forest and are sold frozen in almost every store. What is so special about them? Inside blueberries is a real treasure trove of substances that nourish the blood vessels in the brain. They improve blood flow and therefore oxygen supply. And oxygen is like fresh air after rain. Thoughts become clearer, attention becomes more focused, and memory becomes stronger. Blueberries help cleanse harmful substances that accumulate in the brain over the years. They are like little cleaners, quiet, unnoticeable, but they do their job honestly and well. And most importantly, they are delicious. You can add them to your morning porridge. You can defrost them and eat them with a spoon. You can make a warm compote. No sugar, just water and berries. The main thing is to do it regularly. Not handfuls, not buckets, but a little at a time, constantly. Blueberries are especially useful in the evening. When the brain is tired, they help it not to fall apart in silence, but to smoothly transition to recovery. It's like a night watchman. They don't let the cells fade away while you sleep. And in the morning you wake up, and your thoughts are no longer so sluggish. Many older people say, "What memory do I have?" I forget everything. Then they start eating blueberries in the evenings, and after a few weeks they are surprised to remember the name of their neighbor who lives upstairs. It's not a miracle, it's nutrition. The brain doesn't need much. It needs the right things. Let this be your first habit, not as medicine, but as care, as a quiet evening ritual, a bowl of blueberries and gratitude to yourself for the day you've lived. Very often, when our memory starts to fail, we blame age, fatigue, or the weather. Meanwhile, the real enemy is sitting in the kitchen, silently, every day, and we invite it to the table ourselves. You may have noticed that after sweet tea or a rich bun, a pleasant feeling of relaxation comes, followed by emptiness in your head. Thoughts drift away, are forgotten, lost. This is because some foods steal energy from the brain. Gently, politely, but mercilessly, and we don't even notice. Sugar, white bread, sausage with preservatives, these things aren't just harmful, they're like sticky foam filling your brain. It becomes sluggish, slow, and moody. And the saddest thing is that we get used to it. We get used to living in semi-darkness. But there is another way. And here comes the moment of the second discovery. A product that acts like a ray of morning light. It cleanses, it activates. It gently dispels this mental laziness. It's turmeric. Yes, the very spice that has been sitting on the shelf for a long time, but which many consider to be just yellow powder for soup. Turmeric is not a spice. It is a tool. It acts on the brain like a gentle massage. It contains a substance that scientists call neuron food. It helps restore damaged connections, especially in the area responsible for memory. But there is an important caveat. Turmeric itself is poorly absorbed. It needs to be combined with warm fat, for example, a drop of oil. Or you can make golden milk, warm plant-based milk with turmeric and a pinch of black pepper. This is not a medicine. It is comfort, warmth, calm. You can drink this in the evening before bed. It does not stimulate, but rather relaxes. But inside, in the silence, it starts the recovery process. It's like nighttime construction. You sleep and your brain puts the bricks in place. Many people say that when they started drinking warm milk with turmeric, it was as if a film had been lifted from their eyes. They remembered forgotten songs. It became easier to talk. Even their mood stabilized. Because the brain is not just thoughts. It is feelings. It is us. If you feel like your thoughts have become foggy, try replacing your evening snack with this warm drink. No sugar, no flour, just care. Just you and the silence. The enemy is silent. But so is salvation. The main thing is to do it regularly, not just once. Not from time to time, but with love. Every evening as a message to yourself, I care about you, I need you. I won't abandon you. Have you noticed how a stream comes to life in spring when the ice melts? It bubbles, murmurs, and clears. So does the brain. If you give it the right flow, it comes to life, not loudly, no fireworks, but confidently. Many people forget that the brain is 3/4 water. It's like a soft sponge. It absorbs, conducts, and releases. And if dirt gets into that water, your thoughts become confused, your attention wanders, and your memory fails. It's like a muddy puddle after rain. You can't see the bottom. That's why it's so important not just to drink water, but to do it right. But there is something even more powerful than ordinary water. A simple drink that helps clear your internal channels, reduce inflammation, and restore clarity. It's sage tea, not an aromatic additive, just a mild, warm infusion. It works like a brush, gently cleansing your internal vessels, improving blood flow to the brain and relieving irritation. Sage calms you down, but at the same time makes your mind alert, as if a light has been turned on inside. It's easy to make. Brew a pinch of dried leaves in a cup of hot water. Let it steep. Then strain it and drink it in small sips. Preferably in silence. No TV, no phone. Just sit by yourself. Your brain needs it. Sage tea can be drunk in the morning to get your mind going. Or you can drink it during the day if you feel tired. It doesn't overload or excite you, and it doesn't interfere with sleep. It's not coffee. It's like going to the sauna, a gentle cleansing from within. Older people often say, I'm walking and I don't remember why. This is not a disease, it's overload. The brain is tired, it's cluttered, it can't cope. And instead of scolding it, give it water. Real, living, beneficial water. Sage helps restore your zest for life. It restores lost connections between memories, those very bridges that thoughts run across. Without them, the brain is like islands without bridges. With them, it is like a single country where everything works. If you get into the habit of drinking sage tea at least once a day, you will notice that your memory is no longer faltering. Words come faster, thoughts are clearer, and with that comes peace of mind. Because when your head is in order, your soul feels lighter. This drink is not a medicine, it is a signal. I want to remember. I want to live clearly. And your brain will hear you. It always hears us when we speak to it sincerely. Very often, when it comes to memory restoration, everyone thinks about pills, vitamins, and food, and almost no one thinks about the body. But they should. Because the brain is not a cloud in the sky, it is part of the body. It feeds on the same things as the heart, it breathes the same air, and it only lives when you move. If a person sits around all day, their memory fades. Their thoughts become confused, their attention wanders, it's like water in a stagnant pond. It quickly becomes cloudy. But when you move, even just a little, it's like a pump is turned on. Blood flows faster, carrying oxygen and cleansing the blood vessels. The brain wakes up. That's the secret. Movement is not for sport, it's for life, for a clear head. To remember where your glasses are, why you walked into the room, what day it is. Even a simple walk every day is like turning on the light in a dark room. Everything suddenly becomes clear. The brain loves gentle, rhythmic movements, most of all. Walking, light stretching, deep breathing. It is at moments like these that it receives the signal, everything is fine, you can work. And that means you can remember, you can think, you can feel. There is an amazing story. A woman complained for many years that she had become forgetful. She couldn't remember her grandchildren's birthdays. She confused street names. And then the doctor told her one simple thing. Start every morning with a walk, at least 15 minutes. She didn't believe it, but she tried. After a couple of weeks, she not only remembered the dates, but she also started writing her grandchildren's names correctly on their cards. Why does this work? Because movement is like a massage for the brain. Blood flows through the legs, receptors are activated, and the vestibular system works. It's like turning on a gramophone. The record spins and the song plays. Without movement, the record stays still. If you're afraid of falling, start simple. Walk around your apartment. Stretch against the wall. Breathe by an open window, slowly raising and lowering your arms. The main thing is to move with love, not with force, not for results, but for the feeling that you are alive. Your brain will respond. It will feel the care, it will feel the flow, and in an instant you will notice that it has become easier. It's as if you didn't do anything special, but the light in your head turned on. That's exactly how this miracle works. Through the body, through breathing, step by step, back to yourself. Sometimes it seems like years have passed, like a train passing a station. It seems like there was life and there was joy, but now it's like a different rhythm, a different silence, a different speed. And everything would be fine, except that your memory is slipping away like water through your fingers. But the truth is that the brain does not age, it does not rust, it does not fall apart, it just waits. It waits to be loved again. It waits to be given what it needs, not a pill, not a diagnosis, but attention, care, simple food, a sip of the right drink, a warm walk in the morning. The 3 foods we talked about today are not magic. They are a sign. They are like a key to a window that has been locked all this time. Now you can open it. Let some air in. Let the light in. And everything will start to change. Blueberries are food for the memory. They revitalize blood vessels, cleanse and refresh. Turmeric is care from within. It treats inflammation and helps cells reconnect. Sage is pure water for the mind. It washes away the excess and brings clarity. And if you add a little exercise, a little breathing, a little kindness to yourself, something that many consider impossible will begin to happen. Names will come back. Focus will appear. You will feel that your head is no longer foggy, but alive. That you are home again, inside yourself. It's never too late to start. The brain doesn't hold a grudge. It is not vengeful, it waits. Even after long years of silence, it can come back to life if you give it a drop of love. Not harshness, not effort, just love in the form of berries, in a cup of tea, in a warm step down the hallway. Your body remembers a lot. Your brain is capable of a lot. And if you heard the desire to start today, then you have already started.